Well, good afternoon. It's time for my Monday update. I still have my bunny, you can see, and you might think that's an accomplishment, but it's really not. I am sad to say, not even sad, I'm just embarrassed to say that I gained 3 pounds this week, and uh, and I didn't eat the bunny, and I should have ate the bunny because um, it's just tempting me too much. It's just, and so I eat something else which is just as bad, and it's not necessarily candy or anything. It's just more food, and then I don't need it, and so I'm going to be giving the bunny to my husband. He'll eat it, and uh, and it won't tempt me anymore because I have to. It has to leave. It's even. I have to turn him around. He's looking at me. He's going, no, don't give me away. But I I'm just disgusted with myself. It must be the time of the year or something, and that sounds like an excuse, and I don't by no means mean it to sound to be an excuse. It's going to sound like an excuse, but most of the people that I watched this past week have gained weight. Not all, but most, and and I don't know why that is. I really don't. It's just maybe because Easter's over and at least in my case, I'm binging because I was so good during Lent. Not really good, but through March I was really good. And so I think that's probably one of the reasons why I'm not doing well now. And another thing is that I woke up on Saturday. I just didn't have the frame of mind that I wanted to lose weight. And you have to have that frame of mind. You just really do. And I'm not doing it for anybody else. And my quote is, I'm doing it for me. And if you try to lose weight for someone else, you're never going to do it. You have to do it for you. So I am doing it for me. And I didn't do it for me on Saturday or Sunday. Not so much, well, Saturday because we went out to eat and I had that chocolate malt. I'm saying, trying to make excuses, and it's just not going to work. But this shirt, I haven't been able to wear it in a couple of years. Not that it looks that great on me, but it's just an accomplishment that I was able to get in. I saw it in the closet, and it's nice enough weather today that I don't have to layer. It's like 56 degrees right now, which is like a heat wave. We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Oh, Denise tells me not to sing, but it's uh, it's nice. So now I don't have to layer. So now I'm more aware of my weight because I can see it. It's like quack, 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 quack. It's right there. So you can see it. So you have to stick with it. And if you try to lose weight for someone else, it's just not going to work. It's just not. You have to do it because you want to do it. And I do want to do it. This morning I didn't really want to walk. I don't walk on Sundays anyhow, which is a good thing because yesterday it snowed. We come out of church and it was like a blinding snowstorm. Not like a blinding, but it was just like whipping in the wind, and the church is by the water, so it's a little bit colder down there. And then it sleeted during the day, and it was just a miserable day all the way around. And then this morning you got up and the snow was all gone. It was just only in Michigan. Well, probably at other places too, but in Michigan that happens quite often. But so I didn't have the frame of mind that I wanted to lose weight, and I gained that weight over the weekend. It's just plain and simple truth, because on Friday I weighed 264, which was what I weighed on Monday. And this morning when I weighed 267. So that's the 3 pounds. And the 60s are just being the curse of me. I keep gaining and losing the same 3 pounds. And if I could just lose that, I'd probably be in the 30s by now. But I keep gaining and losing the same amount of weight. And it's just very discouraging. But I'm not getting discouraged, but it is discouraging. And like I said, I woke up this morning and I'm back on the track. I want to lose weight. So, like I was looking for my quote, and I did find the one, I'm doing it for me. But that just didn't seem like enough of a quote. It just really needed something that would hit home more. And so I found this one, and it says, exercise to be fit, not skinny. Well, I'm never going to be skinny. I know that. I know that for a fact. So I exercise just to keep myself young, because at 65, your bones do tend to creak up on you and your muscles get sore, and you need the motivation to move, because if you don't move, your muscles are just going to get all lax, and then that's when you're going to fall. And I feel bad for Kotha's artist, because she fell and she was all bruised up. And it's nothing to do because she walks everywhere. But at my age, and anybody that's my age or older, your equilibrium kind of goes off and you have more of a tendency to fall. So you have to be a little bit more aware of what's going on around you, and exercise is one way to do that, to keep your muscles strong. Also, eat to nourish your body. I I eat to nourish my body, but I eat just to supply some psychological need that I think I need all that food. I don't know why. I was never deprived as a child for meals. My family, we had healthy meals. We maybe not had a lot of crap in the house like I have in my house, but we never were hungry. Never. My mother always made sure we had a good meal on our plate. We always had vegetables. We always had a salad. That's why I love vegetables so much. We had them so much as a child growing up. We had the occasional snacks of cakes and cookies on your birthday, and cookies and that. But by no means did you have like a cookie jar. In my family, you didn't have a cookie jar. With 6 kids, a cookie jar, that would only last 2 days. So cookies was a treat. Cake was a treat. A pie was a treat. Now it's just like a standard part of living. I think everybody has cookies and cakes, and they just think they have to have it in their house, and you really don't. But I grew up eating right, but somehow when I got to be old enough to go on my own, I rebelled, and that's not good. And it says, and always ignore the haters, doubters, and unhealthy examples that were once feeding you. I've never had doubters around me. Everybody's always been full of support. The biggest doubter I've ever had in my life is myself. I doubt that I'm going to do it. I know that I'm going to do it this time, but in the past I've always doubted that I was going to do it. I've always led unhealthy eating habits. I love pizza. It's not good for you, but you know what? I love pizza. I love going to McDonald's, Burger King, all those places. I love those places, but they're not healthy for me. And I know that now they have the healthy choices and stuff, but let's be honest. I am not going to go to McDonald's and order a healthy snack. I'm going to get something that's from McDonald's. And that's just who I am, and that's something I have to correct. I just know it. And I have to, and the final part of the quote is, you are worth more than you realize. I think I think I'm liked. I know I'm loved, and I know I'm worth a lot more than I give myself credit for. I beat up on myself a lot. I don't know why. I just do. I don't know why. I just do, and I am worth it. I know I'm worth it, but for some reason I always put everybody ahead of me, and that's just who I am. I don't have wah. There she goes complaining, but I know I'm worth it. I just know it. I just really, really know it, but I don't prove it to myself, and that's what I have to do. I have to prove it to myself. So the whole quote, I'll read it all together, is exercise to be fit, not skinny. Eat to nourish your body, and always, always ignore the haters, doubters, and unhealthy examples that were once feeding you. You are worth more than you realize. And I do agree with that. And I'm doing it for me. So stay with me. I'm not giving up. I know sometimes it sounds like I'm giving up, but I'm just not. And now that the nice weather's here and I can walk and not freeze my butt off, of course, I obviously didn't freeze my butt off because I'm still big, but it's a more enjoyable walk than when it was cold. And it's nice seeing people out there. And now that it's nicer, Denise will walk with me, so it's nice that I have someone to talk with. So I hope I didn't sound too preachy or anything, or too down on myself, because I'm not down on myself. I'm just aggravated that I've given into bad habits once again. So I'm back to being back on track, and so I am going to tell you to like us, or like the video at least, comment, and once again, thanks for all your support. So, and share this video with someone that is like me, that just needs a little bit of a boost or kick in the ass or whatever you want to call it. So let's move on with our day. And by no means do I want you to think that I think that Kotha's artist fell because she wasn't in shape, because she is. She's very thin and she walks everywhere. And you know what? You know me. I don't have an edit button, and I apologize. But no, check out her channel because I really like her.